up guys, it's me up in New Zealand and welcome back to my channel. In this channel, I'm gonna talk about my life here in New Zealand as a former international student and now a worker, as well as share with you guys some useful tips and advice when living here in New Zealand. So stay tuned to my channel by subscribe to it and also hit the notification button to know the newest video. So in today's video, I'm gonna talk about a topic that nobody really wanna talk about, but it's very important to know, which is utilities and bills that you might come across when living here in New Zealand. Whether you are renting or renting a whole house or just a roof, it's still important for you to know what are the expenses that might come across or you might need to share with your flatmate. So let's get started. The first utility is the most common one that will normally be paid by tenants around the country, which is electricity. Electricity in New Zealand is supplied at a minimal voltage of 230 to 240 volts, and most of all the outlet here, the power outlet, use the 3 pins, flat pins to plug in, which one of which is the earth pins. Some of them might not have it. It's shaped like this, and then there's like a third pin underneath. Some of them might not have it, but it still work fine. All power outlet here, similar to Australia, also have the switch next to it, which is for extra safety and also can help you save some power by switching off those switch when you finish using some appliances. In terms of supplier, in New Zealand, there's a lot of energy company that supply electricity with different form of services and contract for you to choose from, depending on your circumstances and situation. There's a lot of website that you can compare all of these company that in the market, and then you can see how that depend on your situation, how many people living in your house, how much electricity you use, the company will be suitable for your circumstances. When compared between different company and their special offer, besides looking at how much they credit for your bills when you first sign up for the contract, you also should look at the toll fee that they normally charge in your bills, which are the fixed charge and the variable charge. So the fixed charge is like a daily charge. No matter how much power you use, that will be the fixed charge that occur every day. And then there's a variable charge where it depends on your meter and how much power you use. They will be multiplied, and that's also important for you to compare to. And some company, mostly they just offer all the deal in front, like $100 or $200 off the first month bill, or credit for you to use, but their daily charge and their variable charge can be much higher than another company. So it's very good for you to do the research in terms of these charges. Besides the new sign-up contract offer, most company also offer the refer credit for people who refer a friend to join the same company with them, like the same power company with them. So you can ask your colleague or your friend what company they with, and then can ask for like a refer code before you sign up for a new account at any company, and to save a little bit more money, and they also benefit from that as well. I'm currently using Contact. This is not a sponsor video, but if you want to have like a credit off your first month bills, I'm happy to share you my reference code, and then we both can have some of our bills. Just let me know in the comment down below, and then I can share you with the reference. The next more common utility would be internet. So this will be again very common charge that you need to pay wherever you live, and it's up to you if you want to have fixed internet, as in Wi-Fi, at your house for higher speed and bigger usage, or if you only yourself living or just a few people, then you can also just use data instead. Similar to tower, internet also offered by a lot of company, and you can easily go on to different websites to compare different offer of each company. So generally, internet at home would be either fixed or fiber and wireless. Wireless mostly for people who use less data and also doesn't require too much speed. And then we have fiber, who you have to connect your modem directly to the fiber box as the hell, and they offer more speed as well as data for your faster connection. However, it is not available at all property, so it depends on the place you rent that they might have that connection or not. You don't really always have to go with fiber if you do have that option, because if you just have a few people at home and generally you don't use too much data consume devices, like heavily consumed devices like gaming or live streaming, something like that, then wireless internet will be okay for you to use, and it's actually cheaper than fiber, so you can save a little bit money on that. There's a lot of different kind of offer from internet provider, but my basic recommendation for you when you consider them is to choose the specific plan or speed that you prefer. For example, you want unlimited wireless data or unlimited fiber up to this much speed, like 300 megabyte in general. Then with that plan, you can use it to compare between different internet provider and see which offer the best deal when it comes to that specific plan. Most of the time, they will have the deal when you sign up for at least 12-month contract, so you can be fixed with that company. And the way to tell which is offer the best is calculate what you will have to pay within that 12-month of contract. So some will give you 4 months free or 6 months free, and then after that will be the full charge, or some will be reduced $20 off the normal charging price. And so you need to work out the whole total amount you need to pay for that 12-month contract. And so, for example, if they offer, they also can offer like 50% off first 6 months, and then after that 6 months will be full price. Similarly to that, so you need to work out what you will finally pay at the end of that contract. And some of them also offer extra bonuses like streaming services and stuff like that. So if it's not really important for you to use, and you don't really use that much, then don't lean too much on those offers, but just focus on the total amount that you're going to pay at the end of contract. A lot of power company also offer the bundle deal with internet, but in my general experience, I have compared most of them, and the offer is not that greater than other separate services or provider. So, but it's all up to you to compare yourself as well. The third utility that you might come across is gas. So this is very dependent on the property that you are renting, because gas generally used for heating up hot water. Some also used to cooking as well. So in property that have a hot water cylinder that heated by electric, typically you never have any charges on gas, but instead your electric bill will be much higher, and some will offer gas, so your electric bill going to be lower, and you also have to pay for gas. That's why when you're considering renting a place, you should also check with the landlord or the agent what kind of heating system do they have. Is it hot water cylinder or is it by gas? So you would be more prepared to set up this service when you move in. So there are typically two types of gas service that they can normally provide here in New Zealand, which is natural gas or bottled gas. So natural gas use the system to take the gas straight from the pipe system of the city or area you live, and use that gas to heat up the water or straight to your cooking stove. And then there's in order to use the natural gas, firstly you have to get the pipe system available where you live. So it's very depend on where you live, and you need to check your address on either First Gas or the gas provider company to see if your address have natural gas or not. Another way to tell you using natural gas is that you have like a infinity gas heater, so it looks similar to this one at the house, so it will be outside the house somewhere. If you see one of them, chances are they're using natural gas, because those heater, they use the natural gas to heat up the water instantly when you need to use them, unlike the hot water cylinder where they use electric to heat up the water constantly throughout the day, and then when you need it, the water will go down, and then they pump in new water and it continuously heating up that water. With this system, a lot of people would say that it's more efficient than electric because there's only using gas when you need it. I used to live in a house that only have hot water cylinder, and then I also currently live in my house where they're using the infinitive gas, and when comparing the bills, it's not much the difference between just electric and gas in total. Another way to provide gas is by bottle. So generally they will have a big bottle, one or two type will be outside the house somewhere in the cage, and it's also lead straight to the system, the hot water system in the house. It works similar to infinitive gas, but this is in the bottle and it will run out, so you have to keep an eye on it and call in to change the bottle when it run out. So it's just a little bit inconvenience in that way, but the charge it will be I don't really know too much about the much difference between the bottled gas and infinitive gas, if the price will be much different, but obviously the price will be based just on the bottle, and infinitive gas will be based on the usage. So similar to electricity, gas also have two charges when it comes to the bills. So they have fixed term charge or daily charge, and then on top of that, the variable charge of how much gas you're using. So when you compare the different gas provider, you also it's also necessary for you to compare what are their daily charge and their variable charge to each other. Most of them will have like a bundle deal of electric and gas. They might be a bit cheaper depending on how long your contract is, but you need to work out that calculation and see if it actually more saving compared to go out to two separate company. At the moment, I go with two different companies for power and gas, and it's actually more saving when it comes to the daily charge and variable charge, but it's only for my current plan, so it's only work for me in that way. You should also ask if you can have extra offer or extra discount if you sign up for a 12-month contract with those gas provider company as well, so you can save a little bit more money. The fourth possible utility can be water. So this can be a possible charge depending on the region, or if the house that you're currently living in have a water meter. generally the landlord needs to pay for the fixed charge and the tenant will pay for the variable charge of how much they use. The most common region that I can think of that do charge for water bills is Oakland, because they do have bills every month to the landlord. The council do have the bills for the landlord to pay for the fee, so yeah, you might be required to pay for this bill. However, like I live in Hamilton, and I'm renting for 2 or 3 places now, and I never have to pay for this fee because most house in Hamilton does not have water meter, and the water bill will come straight to the rate, which is paid by the landlord. So we don't really have to worry about this charge in certain area or region. The fifth possible utility or charge that you might need to pay is rubbish and recycle. So this can be very different depend on the area or the region you live in. If your house already provide with a bin of rubbish and recycling, generally you don't have to pay for this charge because it's also included in the rate that the landlord have to pay every year. However, to some like urban region or some area, they also have the option to don't provide the bin and you have to pay for the rubbish bag, which is depend on the rate, normally about 2 or 3 times a bag, and you can put whatever rubbish in that bag and put it out to the curb and they will collect it. Again, this is very depend on the region in the city that you live in. So for comparison, in Hamilton we have 3 different bins, actually 4 different bins. The first one is the red lid, which is normal common rubbish. The second one is the yellow bin, which is recycling most of recycling material like paper or hard plastic, stuff like that. And the third bin is the compost, where you can put all your scrap food for compost, and then the fourth one will be like a similar like a bucket where you put glass material in there, and the cycle of collecting it will be very depend on the week as well. So all this information you can find on the website of the region or the council that you currently live in. So you can just go into Google, type in the city or the council that you're currently living in, and also type in waste or rubbish collection to learn more of how they operate it there. So for comparison, my friend city Wanganui, where she lived, they only have the bin for rubbish, and then for recycling you need to bring all of them to the recycling area where you can just sorting out it right there, instead of having someone truck to come to collect at your house. And they don't even have compost bin, so you just either put it in the rubbish or you have to make your own compost in your garden. The last utility that might be optional depend on your reference, which is TV. So this can be either live TV or streaming services. Obviously you can just go and choose whatever streaming services you like. It can be Netflix, Prime Video, Disney Plus, and here in New Zealand we also have Neon. Or you can just go to the TVNZ, which is a website that they have a lot of live show TV as well as news and movie and TV show for free for you to just have an account and access those content. So those are all the common utility that you might come across when you first settling here in New Zealand or renting a house or a place. I hope that very useful and helpful for you. So if you like this video, you can give this video a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button, and I will see you in the next video. See ya.